What champion elo are we?
That's the thing about League is like I always wonder like what champion to play, you know?
No, I don't. Well, I kind of do, but not really. What champion do you enjoy and what elo are you? Because unless you're in like Diamond, I'm not gonna give a shit about you know, playing the meta. So the best thing about these VOD reviews is usually I can peek them up and see right before you're gonna make a big mistake or an error, and kind of show you like, yeah, it's avoidable. All right, so here you are. You're playing Master Yi. Yeah, runes are fine. We're facing a Zed jungle. And you've got here. You've got Xayah, Blitzcrank, Malphite, Nico. Okay, so nothing crazy. No crazy prio lanes or anything. I'd be looking really, really closely at the Jace lane if I were you, because that's the lane where you're going to get the most value. You've got a guy sitting up there. He's playing Aftershock Malphite, which is garbage and the stupidest shit ever. That's some noob shit, but it's a Jace top. It's one of the easiest things for you to kill. So right here is when I start looking at the map. Let's talk about why I would never invade a Zed jungle, okay? Because some people would say, well, why can't we, you know, go and fuck with this assassin guy? We could just DPS him down and kill him. First of all, he actually clears really fast. As you can see, he's sitting on red already. Did you see that?
Huh. Interesting. Did he do it? Yeah, he did all of it.
Yeah.
Except Raptors, I suppose, but skipped his Raptors.
Yeah, he skipped Raptors, but yeah, he did his whole bot side. You can clearly see he's fast as fuck.
He's kind of slow at clearing. It's kind of annoying.
I mean, he's not
bad,
that
but
slow, but he's not Zed fast. But Zed is also just whack in jungle. Like getting value out of Zed is in a jungle environment is really, really hard. So I wouldn't stress this like turbo clear too much. You know, this isn't like something that you should be concerned about. You just need to realize that like he's in front of you. When you're clearing, he's in front of you. That's what you should be thinking. So wherever you're going, if he was going that way, he's going to probably meet you up there. Just keep that in mind. So what we're thinking is, you know, for me, I would absolutely love to bump into Zed. I would absolutely love if he's by himself. He should be pretty easy for us to kill because we're Yi and we could just follow him through his W with the Q. If we time it right, if we get a good timing, we should be able to kill him. So you're doing your clear. Clear can be sped up a little bit. Now you should be bumping into him now. So this is great for you. And then you turn and run away, which is not advised. So right off the rip, I don't like this open too much. I'm also really concerned with this clear speed. I can't imagine this is the fastest clear we could run. Let me see this again. Because I wasn't even watching that. I mean, you are kiting.
Slow that game.
You are kiting. I mean, it's not like you're just standing there. You kind of got sucked back into golems there.
Yeah, that got me a little bit. Sure.
Then you go up. You can actually just something you can consider. You could flip these. You can sometimes start on Gromp if you want. If you're wondering why you would ever do that, it's mainly just because it respawns these camps faster. The ones that you're going to be clearing again, right? So if you do this camp, this respawns Gromp faster. So when you do, if you do elect to do another clear bottom to top for some reason, everything's up at the perfect time. Whereas if you do this and then you do a clear, you may find that you're just standing around with your dick in your hand for like 15 seconds. Do you understand what I mean? Like, because you didn't clear this one first. You went to blue first.
Okay.
Don't overthink this. It's just something to consider. You know, if you think that you're going to wind up power farming, it may be good to just do it this way. Another benefit that this has, doing Gromp over blue, is that if they invade you on your jungle, there's a chance that you're basically going to be safer, in my opinion, when you're on Gromp, because you're going to be able to just kind of...
makes a lot of sense.
Right. So if you think they're invading you, this is an okay move. And you can even, you know, here you went Trinket. So like, say you're really paranoid. You're like, I don't know if this jungler is going to invade me, or I just have a vibe that I'm going to get invaded. You could just skip over it, the blue, and just drop a ward in here or ward over this wall. And then you can start clearing. And then that way, if they do invade, they're likely to tell on themselves before the invade, because basically invades value like grow like super fast if they catch you while you're farming, right? That's common sense, right? So if like if you're on blue and a guy, like imagine for a second this Zed just turns this corner on you right here, right? That really sucks if that's what happens, because
It's a deal
then
for him for sure. I thought he was gonna do it.
yeah, if he's turbo clearing like this, or he's like speed clearing it or whatever. Now he's obviously not here. But like, anyways, it's just something to think about. This though, when you finish your camps, my problem with this is that I just walked you through like in my head. I was like, well, if we bump into Zed, we're very happy. But what did you do when you saw him? You were like really scared to fight him. So watch it again.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like mixed feelings about it. I think I was no, he was level 4 too. That's what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
I actually don't know how he got level 4. I assume he just leached some XP or something because he did not clear. He didn't clear
That's
this.
what I thought, yeah.
I don't really know what he did. He must have like, what did he
I was
do?
thinking the HP diff when I looked at him, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's meaningless in this spot. So he just goes like into mid and just
Meditate though.
where did he? Wait, what? Oh, he just cleared Scuttle ASAP, right? And that gave him 4. I see. Got it. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, basically clear should be sped up a little bit. You can always smite this just to be on the map for this type of stuff, right? Because you stayed on the Gromp. The other thing is with the clearing the Gromp first, it moves you out into river faster. So just visualize this for a second. Hold on.
I just went Gromp Scuttle and just left the blue and came back.
No.
everybody goes for the Scuttle.
I want you to get 4. But like,
Oh,
look,
that's fine.
you go like this. So you're kiting the Gromp this way, and then you're 4, and you can just smite it, and then you're here to contest. It's not that you intend to beat. Remember, he's faster than you. It's just that in a solo queue environment and low elo, you would much rather just be on the river at level 4 with full HP. Who gives a shit about smite? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
If
I was
it
gonna say the
seemed
smite
like,
for the Scuttle.
yeah, but think about what okay, what difference does it make if you have smite for Scuttle if you're late to Scuttle and he takes it right away? You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I want you to think about how you're. So basically, when I coach Master Yi players, I try to get them thinking as proactively about getting fed. Like, you need to think, how am I going to get gold ASAP? Now, I just told you Zed is useless versus you. So if you bump into him, that's a big win. The problem is your pathing. I think your pathing doesn't benefit you to getting on the map fast enough to find him. Because like, if you find him at all, roaming around being stupid like this, he's yours. Like, he's a free kill every time. The issue is you path to blue to Gromp and then out, and then when you saw him you were terrified of him. So right here, when you saw him, you should have just walked at him and just autoed him, but you run away from the guy.
That was hella weird.
Because I'll tell you why though, but I'll tell you why that happens. What that
Should've
means,
just hit him.
yeah, but that's okay because you just responded, right? But what that means is, like, I always tell people League, I always use this little analogy. So all League is you're just juggling a bunch of different concepts, okay? So you're juggling different concepts. Basically, what I just showed you is that, you know, if we say Zed, you know, Zed is like super easy for us to kill, right? Well, other things that I just threw into your brain is like, well, you could maybe do blue first, right? So you could, or I mean, Gromp first, rather. Sorry. So you could do Gromp first, right? Gromp first. Then you've got like Zed, 1v1 win, right? We win the 1v1. And then you look, maybe if you want to juggle some extra shit, you could say top and mid have prio, right? So why am I drawing this shitty diagram? The reason why is because what I'm trying to get you to think about is that the reason you didn't auto the guy is because you didn't have a plan when you would see him.
Right.
Right? Like, if you have a plan, when you see him, you're going to just auto him right away. In your head, you're going to be like, oh, I just right click you then. But because you did not have a plan, I could visibly see the, oh, I didn't expect to see you here. What do I do? Watch, you see it.
Absolutely.
You're like,
He could have got the jump on me, honestly. I was
You're
like
like-
retarded.
you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you're all right. So you'd be like, oh, I didn't expect to see you here.
He could have
Shit.
just been like WEQ if he was better, honestly.
Yeah, so he runs away because he's scared of you, but you're scared of him, so you both look like goobers, right? But if in reality,
Classic.
he shouldn't be invading you ever, and you shouldn't be running from him ever.
Should just open up with an auto and
Just auto,
Probably
and then
Q.
then I'd probably just Q because he's gonna shit himself, and then W away, and then at that point he W's away. You follow with the Q, hopefully, and then he flashes, you flash, and then you probably kill him. Now this flashing after him is a little dangerous because obviously that's why I drew the mid prio thing, right? But again, it's planned out. The entire open is planned out. So you may be saying, well, NEACE, my top and mid have prio, and if I bump into Zed and then try to kill him and they drop on me, isn't this a bad idea to do this? It can be. You could always just instead think about maybe starting blue and pathing away from Zed, and then maybe now you're on bot lane and you're killing these guys. That's something that you can consider too. Personally, I don't put much stock into the whole, what path to go based on prio and lower elo. But if you find yourself constantly getting collapsed on when you go to skirmish people in river, then yeah, obviously you would just start redirecting to the other side and just avoid the fight altogether. But generally in low elo, Master Yi, I'm just going to take every fight that I see. So this should be a kill most of the time, or at the very least you get his flash. Make sense?
yes.
So you avoid this fight. You run away from it. I think you miss big value here. Then you go mid. And then you just take some like flip ass fight that just doesn't have much value. Like this type of fight here doesn't really mean much to me. I mean, maybe if you like flash after it or something. Let's see what you did. Did you plan ahead? Might have been able to kill. Well, yeah, I mean, right here. Look where you're exiting. Your Q, you're exiting out here. Q. Why are we exiting this way? You know what she's going to do. You're over, so... Look at this. You're on a minion wave, right? So this wave, always draw a line in the middle of the wave. They are in our minions, right? So when you Q to them, they are always going to flash this way or this way. Brother, I'm taking trade kills as Master Yi. I don't give a fuck. Trade. Even if you're worried about dying, like, just fucking trade.
I can agree to that.
Right?
Yeah, I
like,
can definitely agree to that.
watch. So you exit the wrong way.
Value on B.
Right. You went the wrong way, and then now you're not able to flash after her. And then...
Basically what happened, yeah.
I'm not even convinced that you had to stop auto-attacking Zed either. Watch. You can't convince me yet. So you're autoing. I would have just kept autoing for a second. Because you're going to have Q soon, and then you can just duck. So you could... This is me nitpicking mechanics, okay? Which I don't have to do, but like, I just want to show you. You could literally just keep autoing him for a bit and limit test this, because you're going to have your W soon, and then you're going to have your Q soon. I think you could play this out and win this a lot, actually. I'm not convinced that they can just auto attack you down. He does have Conqueror, though, so maybe... I guess you're okay. I would have tested a couple more autos, though, I think, just to see. You understand?
I feel like I don't really limit test much as a player.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
I'm
the
scared
reason
of,
why
like, dying.
I'm thinking of it is because you need to think of Yi. Okay, so there's certain champions. How many champions like just stat check Yi? There's not many, dude. I think you need to start thinking like that. Now, if they have CC out the ass, yeah, you'd be kind of brain damaged to be standing there autoing the guy. But look at their comp for a second. Can they interrupt your autos or interrupt anything you're doing is the question you need to ask yourself. So right here, you start by autoing, which is great.
I didn't flash immediately with that, though.
That's okay, because you didn't have a plan. Again, the plan process is back here when you're showing up. Your brain should be saying, ooh, he's going all in on my Nico. So while he's all inning, I counter. And if I if the minions are here, I could just exit behind and then flash after and go for that last auto. And if you get the auto and you kill her, you could just stat check Zed and the game's over, literally. Zed's so weak in the
Not
spot.
gonna lie. Yeah, I think I could have killed her and even walked away.
I think you kill them both. I think you kill them both. I'm being real. I don't know why you don't think you just killed them both. When your lethal tempo is stacked up on Yi, it's no joke. You have Triumph as well. Like, you're gonna win that fight. I'm telling you. Because he has nothing. Because you need to understand these types of champions, Zeds, Katarinas, Akali's, Kiana's, whatever. They don't want to DPS battle. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't want to just auto.
Elaborate.
Yeah, they don't want to auto. They don't want to like auto. They don't want that. That's really bad for them.
They don't want
what they want to do is they watch Zed. Pay very close attention to Zed's play pattern here. Ready? He wants to try to burst you quick. So watch. You're looking for his WQ, like his full combo. So he W, E, Q. He misses one Q, but that's it. That's pretty much his entire combo.
That's all he got, though.
So he's gonna stand here and he's gonna auto you because they can't really do much else, right? But he's not in love. If you look at his cooldowns, he's not in love with the situation that he's in. So like here you run away.
In my head.
Right.
As soon as I saw him pick that champion, honestly.
So that right there.
Though, I feel. Yeah,
that right there is a blind spot. You need to start thinking in terms of, wait a minute, that's a Zed. I'm just gonna auto this down now that he's here and see how it goes. And that's all I'm saying. Is that
if he had Ignite or something, you know?
Yeah.
Even, like have Ignite against me.
Right. He does have Conquer, which plays a little bit better in a longer trade. There's no denying that. But I'm just saying that if you're constantly fearing this guy, that's a big hole in your game. So I think these two windows here, I feel like you missed some opportunities. All right, let's get another game open. I only care about the opens mostly, because once you get fed as G.
That cracked me up.
Oh, you did? Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
I have a question for you actually about that game, real quick.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that's been like running through my head. I don't know if it matters. I'm not trying to blame teammates or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I'm just curious of how matchmaking works, I guess. Because like in that game, I think it was like I had like an unranked guy on my team, and 2 players, and I'm gold 2. How does that work? You know?
And what players? 2 what?
2 silvers, I think it was, and 1 unranked.
I mean, MMR is kind of janky because it hasn't been reset in a long time, but the premise is you could theoretically have a player in bronze, but they could have like gold MMR. Let me see what your account is again, because like I had it open, but like it changes depending. I can explain it real quick though in simple terms.
Yeah, my MMR dropped or something? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
is really good.
Let's see. This was this game. Okay, so you've got gold players, right? And you've got an unranked guy. But if you look at the unranked guy, he was platinum in season 7, right? So what that means is
season 7?
Yeah, so what
time ago.
I know. So what that means is he plays and the game's just gonna dump him in a gold game probably, because it's the closest they think is reasonable to plat MMR. You're basically bitching about the thing that I've been bitching about, which is it happens in higher level too. So like if they don't hard reset MMR ever, you get shit like this where a guy, I mean, he could have played. I mean, he could have played last year. It doesn't look like he did. Yeah, but I mean, you don't always know because these sites are weird. But my point is that like,
sure.
I've been bitching about this because in my mind, I'm kind of with you in terms of if they haven't played in a while, they shouldn't be able to just jump into where they were or close to it, right? If he was platinum 5 in season 7, then in 4 years, that account should just be like, you know, silver 4 or something. You know, if you haven't been on it for a long time, prove that you can climb again. If he's really going to stomp, then it's no harm, no foul. He'll just climb right up. But then if you get a situation, I mean, I watched this VOD just now and I know you could have carried it regardless, but I'm just saying like, I approve what you're getting at. It's just, it doesn't really affect you too much at your level.